Acolyte, welcome!
I have a mighty fine beard, by the way.
I can't really see my hat, but there it is. God damn it, this is not my size.
A feather from a rock. The bird.
That part there, do not worry about it.
I'm going to level with you. I don't really know the poem, but you can probably look it up.
Don't do that.
Mingle a little bit to get yourself some friends.
But I digress.
Nobody wants to go back to the sacrifices.
Hi everyone, and welcome back to Pass the Plot. I'm Beth, and this is my second story. With me is Chris.
Hey everyone.
And then we have Calico.
Hello.
James.
Ciao.
Justin.
Hello.
And Ludifex. I'm really excited.
Hello, everyone.
I'm really excited to see where this went. It's pretty different than my first story.
It was a lot of fun.
So,
True story.
I'm
True story.
terrified what I'm about to see.
I'm intrigued and slightly delighted.
So, let's jump into it, and here's that story.
I am delighted.
I like this.
Acolyte, welcome! Congratulations on graduating from the academy, and welcome to your first post here at Avianthal City with the conclave of the Soaring Seer. We have a very unique city here, as you know, seeing as we're floating thousands of feet above the ground. Ah, yes, a rich history we have. You see, we used to be a normal city on the ground, but a normal city constantly ravaged by hill giants. And so, the Great Council convened and decided the only solution was up. Hill giants are very tall, so we had to be quite high up in the air. But I digress. Floating cities don't just float for free, you know. It takes a lot of magic to keep this big old boat afloat, and that's where you come in. This is your responsibility as a member of the conclave. You'll be responsible for the magic that keeps our storied city afloat. Exciting, no? And all it takes is a few sacrifices a day. I'm kidding. Let's see your office, shall we? At the top of the tallest spire of the city sits a spell circle, most splendid. In fact, it is the soul of the city. This is where the ritual occurs, that you and your mages must complete thrice daily to exacting detail. Now, listen closely. In the center of the circle is an altar. In the center of the altar is a Via crystal, very rare. To keep the city afloat, the crystal must be continually recharged. You and your fellow mages must walk around the crystal 5 times. In your hands, you will hold the scale of a dragon and the flight feather of a rock. While you walk the circle, you must chant. Resting rocks in deep repose. Awaken now, your gifts bestow. Dragon scales from monstrous wings bequeath to us the gift of kings. Grant us now the gift of flights. Lift this city toward the light. And that's it. Simple, right? Anyway, thank you for your service to this city. We're so happy to have you. Oh, and don't forget, the ritual must be completed to exacting detail. Otherwise, you know, the city will plummet and everyone who lives here will fall to their doom. Well, good luck.
Nice.
That was a delight, and I loved it.
My lord.
You did very
Nothing like
well
what
there,
I
Beth.
got.
That was...
I lost my voice. I did so many takes that by the end I lost my voice for a good half an hour.
Oh my god.
And I swallowed several beard hairs. So
Where did you acquire these accoutrements?
Is this just something
It's
you
a
ended up...
fantastic
yeah,
beard, by the way.
it's a $10 kit off of Amazon.
Oh.
Oh,
Did you buy
Yeah.
it specifically for this video?
Oh yes.
Oh yes,
Oh,
I totally
okay.
did. Yep. And
Well.
I do not. I cannot say I recommend it based on the ingesting of hairs.
I
I'm gonna leave your review.
I'm sure you get used to it.
I loved your story, though. It was so much
Yeah.
fun. I loved your character. It was great. And going second and hearing all of that in exact detail that you got to read from a script was not stressful at all.
I tried to memorize it, but to be honest, I put way less effort into memorizing my script than I did the first story. It was like 100 degrees for the 5 days leading up to all of this, and I was just like, I'm too tired. What's gonna happen's gonna happen. I don't care.
Yeah, it's understandable.
Yeah.
You guys... Sorry, Justin?
Yes.
Are you sure that you want to risk your life again with that beard?
Yeah.
There's no way.
I mean, it'll probably come off in a few minutes. I don't.
Okay.
I'm also wearing lipstick, so this is an extra danger.
Oh
right
god.
now. Oh god.
I have to say, that beard looks good on you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
very
You make
nice.
it work.
I do.
Very
yeah.
authentic.
Trying to be an old man as a soprano is not easy.
I ask her to wear the beard all the time now.
You figured.
Don't make it weird.
I always knew she was your beard.
All right. You guys want to see what I did with that?
Absolutely.
Yes,
see how
I
you
want to see how
destroyed it.
you destroyed it.
I think I did my best given the situation here.
I don't know.
Here's my rendition of that beautiful story that Beth just told us.
Oh, we're so screwed. Okay. This is a beard, by the way, and my wizard hat. So, okay. Hello, acolyte, recent graduate, and so forth, and of the academy, and welcome to the conclave of the soaring seer. Oh shit. Oh, Beth. As you know, our conclave is atop a very tall tower high up in the air. And
City's gone already?
it used to be on the
I did
ground,
forget that it
but
was
you
a
know, we
tower
were
in a
constantly
city.
being ravaged by hill giants and whatnot, and oh well, we, didn't like that. So the Council of Elders got together and decided that up was best. And so that's what we did. But I digress. Your job here is, as one of the seers, is to keep the city afloat, of course. Let me show you to your office. And I don't think we did anything in the office. Then, so the
I can explain that.
ritual, yes, to keep the city afloat. I can't really see my hat, but there it is. The city afloat. The ritual must be done thrice times a day.
How did he swallow his beard?
3 times a day. By you and your fellow mages. And it is done atop the tallest tower of the conclave. Okay. So, at the top of the tower is a spell circle. In the center of the spell circle is an altar. Atop the altar is a fancy diamond. There. And you must walk with your fellow mages around the spell circle 5 times. In your left hand, you will hold the feather of a rock, and in your right, the scale of a dragon.
Adding stuff.
All while
knowledge, sir.
reciting
Say left or right.
a spell.
And the hat is gone.
Feather
ruins
of
the
a
illusion.
rock to keep us afloat and the scale of a dragon, a mighty old bloke, keep our fair city from crashing below. And remember... Oh, shit, there was a joke early on, I forgot. Remember, you must do this, or else the entire city will fall and will be doomed.
Now there's the city again.
So don't screw it up, and have your job. Or else, I'm gonna throw the joke in now. Or else, the sacrifices will have to continue. But I kid. Anyways, that's it, and welcome to the conclave of the Soaring Seer. Good day.
That
I
was
have to
precious.
say,
So-
I feel much better about mine.
Okay.
That answered a lot of questions.
Okay.
Yes, it did.
Look, I was desperately trying to remember. There were so many details in there, and I ummed and awed a ton, but I got most of it eventually.
I mean,
That you did.
The thing that confused me was when Beth said, "Let me show to your office," and then went to the tower. There was a disconnect in my brain, so I was like, "I'll show you to your office."
yeah.
Wait, did we do anything in the office? Then we went to the tower.
my whole point was that the character was supposed to be like the bad grandpa jokes and just like the jovial, corny guy.
Yeah, I know. When I got to the
Yeah.
end, it was like, "Cool, now there's a rhyming spell." Nope.
Oh, see, I knew the rhyming spell.
I'm making up my own rhyme.
I knew that was gonna get.
When I heard
botched
Beth say it, I thought I
immediately.
messed it up tremendously. It's like, nope,
I
I did
like
not.
to imagine that this is like a continuing generation of people running this town, and that the spell is not actually necessary for the spell at all. Words because they don't remember, and luckily enough for them, it doesn't actually matter because it doesn't actually need any verbal components.
There's definitely beard hairs.
It's
in my
like
mouth right now.
the guy entering the numbers in the hatch on Lost. It didn't actually matter at all.
I just
Yeah.
liked the idea of having a story that was fun and funny, but also poking at you guys specifically. Like, by the way, as you misremember this, you're killing people.
Yeah, we are.
I mean, clearly it's fine because the town is still there for the next person.
They go through a lot of mages.
It'll make a spectacular ruin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had so much fun doing this, but God, I was so stressed out. Like, I can't completely bomb this like some people have in the past. Not naming anyone.
It was my fondest hope that the spell itself would get horribly mangled, because I knew there was no way.
No, I was like, I will not gloss over this and just say there's a spell. I was like, I will do a spell.
Yeah.
It's gonna suck, but I'm gonna do it.
Yeah, I actually forgot some of my own story. In the
At
original,
least we know it's a wizard this time.
in the,
Yeah.
In the second
This
video.
is true. In the original, I had said at the very end, it's very important that the spell rhyme, hoping that someone would botch it up and forget to rhyme. But I kind of forgot that part myself when I was recording.
Oh well.
If he hadn't said that he was a wizard with a beard, I think I would have thought he was like going for princess with a veil.
I would like to point out that the blue on me is also a towel.
Yeah.
I have the blue
I know
towel and then the
tell,
beard
yeah.
towel. Yeah.
Or maybe
Nice.
Railroad
Oh.
Bandit.
It's your wizard robes.
I was like, I'm not gonna cop out and go take the hat and beard from Beth's room, because that's just cheating.
That's cheating.
I do kind of now want a terry cloth robe of that stuff. It looks comfortable.
I mean, those exist.
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying I kind of want one now.
It's
Get
not.
yourself a towel, my friend.
Alright, I want to see where this goes next.
Okay.
Yeah.
So.
Ludafex.
Next. All right.
Ludafex.
Yes.
Next up is Ludafex.
It is. Okay, I think we have to get in character a little from what I understand, so let me go get it.
Always a production for getting dressed.
God damn it, this is not my size. This is one that was my size.
That's a
I'm just gonna
Christmas
hold it up
stocking.
here.
There we go.
Wizard hat, see? All right, cool. best.
Already had them.
Welcome, Acolyte, to the conclave of the Soaring Seer. I see it's your first day. Welcome, welcome. Now, as you know, our tower rises high into the middle of the air. It actually is floating in mid-air, which is not how it always used to be. It used to be on the ground, at which time the name was a little bit inaccurate. But hill giants decided to attack our conclave at various intervals, so we decided to lift it into the air where you are currently standing. Now, if you would come this way to our office, we'll have you do a little bit of minor paperwork.
The actual
Yes,
office
that
now.
part there, do not worry about it. That was before when we had to do human sacrifices to keep it up, but that's not the case anymore. So, if you'd follow me, I will point you to the tallest pinnacle, the pinnacle of the tallest tower in our conclave. And at the top of that pinnacle is a spell circle. The center of that spell circle is an altar. That's what those are called. I forgot for a moment. So your job as an acolyte is to keep this building afloat. It's not easy, as you might imagine. But the good news is it's a simple process to do so. First off, you have to do a ritual 3 times a day. Yes, thrice a day. So you go to that spell circle, and you go around that altar, and that altar is a diamond. And all you have to do is
Not a fancy diamond.
go around that spell circle with 2 of your acolyte friends, once you make them, I guess, and you have to do a few things to make sure it's correct. First, in your left hand, you must have the feather of a rock. Not a rock as in a stone, it's a giant bird, yes, that thing. And in your right hand, you must have the scale of a dragon. And you must walk... I always forget this part. Clockwise around the circle. And in the process, you have to recite a short poem that goes something like this. Oh, feather of a rock, keep us afloat. Oh, scale of a dragon, a sturdy young bloke. Keep our conclave around us from crashing. And that seems to be where the poem peters off a bit. It's, magic's really hard to predict at times. So, that's what you have to do, and you have to do it 3 times a day, and you have to make sure you don't mistake it, or the sacrifices may have to continue. I'm just kidding. Or am I? I can never remember. Okay, in that case, that is your orientation. So, welcome to being an acolyte of the Conclave of the Soaring Seer.
Very nice.
And I had to follow that.
Oh, man.
So when I forgot one thing. When I was listening to Beth's originally, when she said altar, I heard otter. So I heard in the center of this circle is an otter, and I was this close to not realizing my mistake.
Fancy diamond.
Oh my god.
Now, did Littlefex say that the altar was a diamond?
No.
No, I think
He said
I
there
did
was
eventually say that there was a diamond on there,
Yeah.
but I had
On,
forgotten
okay.
ahead of time.
It's no longer fancy though. It's not. It's just
Yeah.
a
It's
run
not
of the
fancy.
mill average diamond.
And he didn't say you had to walk around it 5 times.
He did not
Just
say
once
5
That is
clockwise.
And he added clockwise. You added left and right, and he added clockwise. You're like, this spell is not specific enough.
Yeah,
guys.
like they were getting like extra directions in here.
This was not specific
Right.
enough directions. I
Also-
would like.
Also, 2 other acolytes specifically
Yes. No, there are specifically 2 acolytes. I never said that.
But that did actually manage to somewhat reintegrate the sacrifices
Yes,
joke into the
in the
early part
correct
of it.
You
spot.
ended the right,
Yes.
the right spot too. Thank you. I was like, I got to the end and I'm like, damn it, that was a good joke. I want that back in here.
I'm kind of proud of this thing. It's not perfect, but it's good for me.
You
Yeah,
definitely
it was
seem
a
to be
good-
rested.
Yep, that is true.
I enjoyed that.
All right.
On we go. Who's next?
James.
James.
Ah, yeah.
James.
James.
The big J. Woo.
All right, here we are again. I guess we're ready to do this. We're gonna. Oh boy, this is gonna be an interesting story. How does it start? Oh shit! Who turned off the lights? Hey, who's that? You son of a bitch! Not today, my good man! That took care of him. Let's see.
I can't find the light switch.
Added production
Hello
value.
there! I'll be your storyteller today. Ha 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 ha! Now, let's see. So come with me as I begin my tale. Well, it's more of a tour, really, but you'll get the idea. Welcome, Alkalites, to the city of floating. I should have practiced my speech before I started. Damn it. Well then, welcome anyways, Alkalites. And you might have noticed that our fair city is not on the ground where most cities usually dwell, but up in the air, floating above our heads. Yes, it's a magical city because it's floating. Yes, I keep saying that. I gotta stop. But it wasn't always like this. No. Before it was on the ground where most cities are, but we kept on having hill giants trespassing on our land and destroying it. So we did something about it by making it float. Yes, I said that word again. My God. So yes, now we come to here. Just go ahead and sign this contract. Go ahead and look it over finally. Oh, never mind that small bit there. About sacrifices. We don't do that anymore. No. We found a new way to do it. Hopefully. So you see that pinnacle up there? Way up there? Yes. The highest pinnacle, the highest tower up there. Yes. And inside that tower, at the very pinnacle of it, is a small room with a spell circle. Inside that spell circle is a what is it? An altar. That's the word for it. Yes. And so what we need is, as your job as an acolyte, is to get two of your friend acolytes. You're gonna I guess you got to mingle a little bit to get yourself some friends. So you get your two friends and you're gonna walk around that circle in a small little ritual. And for that ritual. You're gonna walk around the circle, and I always forget this bit. And I count. No. Clockwise, in a clockwise fashion. Oh yes, yes. I have a mighty fine beard, by the way. So yes, you walk in a clockwise direction around the altar, and while you hold in your left hand, a feather of a rock. Not a stone, mind you, but a rock, an actual rock that big mystical bird. Yes, not a stone. Sorry, where was I? Oh, and in your right hand you'll have a dragon scale, and you'll walk around the altar three times. That's right. Excuse me, I had to defend myself from a dragon right there. And you walk around the altar 3 times, reciting a small poem as you go. And it goes something like this. Rock of a feather, birds fly together, keep our city afloat. Dragon scale in my right hand, use your magic to give us fine winds. And together it kind of just peters out after that. It's probably kind of boring, it's a poem after all. It's old magic, what can I say? It's just not much you can do about it. That's what all we can say about our... So make sure you do this and do it correctly, or we're gonna have some trouble, because we're gonna have to go back to some sacrifices again, and we don't do that anymore unless we do. Oh, it's awfully. Well, anyways, you should probably get to work. Go recruit some friends, and keep our fair city of Sky Haven Citadel afloat. Oh shit, he's waking up. Oh, well, you guys, I'll catch you later. Bye.
What I love here is the fact that you took the bits where I actually forgot what I was saying and you integrated it into this as part of it.
You're damn right I did, because
The part
that's
where I
what
forgot-
I do.
I love your trash bag beard
Yeah.
so
Thank
much.
you. Thank you. I was so proud of that.
Magnificent. Yeah.
I had bought a small traffic cone, but it was not going to stay on my head, so I left it out.
Hey, you could hold it in place like
Yeah.
I did.
Yeah, I chose not to do that.
I know. And so we've lost the wizard hat as a
Yep.
result.
This was the
Yep.
perfect.
I did have a
perfect
robe.
story because it's like anytime anyone forgot anything, it's just part of the character now. Like,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
don't know what we're doing. We're all gonna die.
I'm a bumbling old wizard, so whatevs.
So, I decided to bring the production value up a little bit at the beginning. You're welcome.
Yeah. Your wizard.
By the way,
robes
do
are
you have any
very nice.
idea who the culprit might happen to be? Are you going to press charges?
Yes, I called the cops right after this, and they're looking for him.
Okay.
He looked like an enchanter. Perhaps Tim?
He looked a little like a thing,
Yep.
a little bit.
You
Just a little bit.
you broke me so hard on this, James. I was laughing so much.
You're welcome.
Oh, that was great.
And I had to watch this and pay attention
Yes, you did.
to do mine.
Yeah, I'm
So-
surprised
I am
there
anxious
are
to see
two
how this
more.
happens.
Somehow there are two
we
more.
lost the name of the conclave though.
Yeah.
That is true.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
And the
See, I
diamond
thought I
stone.
forgot so much of your story, and then I saw Chris's. And I was like, oh.
Hey, you had all of the details.
I mean,
Ish.
James, you did also drop the diamond. That was on
Yes.
you.
Oh, actually, I stole a diamond.
Oh.
It's an
No one will ever know because you never mentioned it.
So Brian
Exactly.
dropped go around the circle 5 times, and James added in go around it 3 times.
Yes.
But he lost 3
Yes.
times at daily?
Yeah,
Or
the
did he have
day
that?
is
Yes.
gone.
Yeah.
But it's back to going around the.
Yeah.
So
All right.
now the job's only like, an hour, like in the middle of the day, as opposed to like having to be there consistently. Okay.
So now my headcanon is that some like uber powerful wizard set this up. It's a self-sustaining thing, and he told everyone that they had to do this ritual or the thing would
Oh,
come down. It was like a
100%.
total joke.
It was
I mean,
a
Yeah.
prank, and no one knew it was a prank.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And at one point, they were sacrificing people.
He was
Generations and generations of the head wizard teaching the new students how to keep the city afloat, and the story, the rituals gotten all jumbled up, but it doesn't matter because it doesn't actually necessary.
He was
Yeah.
That's my
hazing the new
headcanon.
guys, that's all.
I like it.
He was just hazing the new guys.
He was 2
Yeah.
weeks in retirement and just said, F it. Like, this is what I'm doing now.
I'm gonna
Alright.
mess with as many people as I can on the way out.
So I'm excited
Hell
to see where this story deteriorates further.
Yeah.
So let's
To the next generation.
head over to Calico.
God, it's Voldemort.
Welcome, acolytes! Welcome to our fair city. You may notice that our city is not on the ground, but up in the air. We used to have problems with hill giants, so we lifted the city up into the air. Now, acolytes, if you will please just sign that contract there. You may notice there's a little bit in there about sacrifice, but you don't have to worry about that. If you will look over there, you will see that there's a pinnacle and a tower. And what you are going to do is that there are many acolytes, and you will get to know them, of course. And yeah, you will get 2 other acolytes, and the 3 of you shall go and you shall perform a ritual. And in this ritual, what you must do is you must go clockwise around. I should describe the room in the pinnacle. You see, there is a spell circle, and inside the spell circle there is an altar. And so, you and 2 other acolytes of your choosing must then go around the altar in a clockwise direction, and you must hold in your left hand a feather from a rock. The bird, not the stone. And in your right hand, you will hold a dragon scale. And as you go around the spell circle in a clockwise direction, you will say this poem.
It's called a spell.
The poem.
Rock, feather in my hand, and dragon scale in the other. Bring us good winds. I'm going to level with you. I don't really know the poem, but you can probably look it up. Anyway, be sure to do that, because if you don't, we may have to go back to sacrifices, and I'm sure you don't want that to happen. Anyway, good luck, acolytes, and that's it.
Oh my god, that was the best. On your head, and then you just pull it down.
That's genius. That was awesome.
When you first had said, Beth, that that there was gonna be like a wizard, cheap wizard theme to this one, I immediately grabbed that wig and put it on it and like practiced to make sure that I could actually do that with it. Because I was like, oh, this is too perfect to, yeah.
I was anticipating you using one of your wigs. I was not anticipating the transition, which was amazing.
It was magnificent.
Thank
You're doing
you.
a good impression of Yen Sid, the Disney wizard guy thing from like the Sorcerer's Apprentice.
I love how much, like, now there's a contract you have to sign. And Calico's like, oh, sign this contract, pay no mind to the small print there. Look, a tower over there. That's your office.
I really enjoyed the like condescending way she said like the bird, not the stone.
You know,
Yeah, that was great.
There was an acolyte
Here
at
that I've
some
dealt with this
point.
one too many times.
There was some acolyte years ago that somehow came back with a feather from a rock, an actual rock, and they're like, no, dude, no.
It was.
Just imagine he had a paste pot and just like put it on there, and it's like, see, feather, rock, we're good.
It was a fossil, and they were like, no.
I just love that of all the details that I put in, my stupid joke about your office became like an office contract and a training manual. Like, this is legit, guys.
We've also gone from graduates to new students.
Ow!
Yeah, I don't think you should
Did
put
I do
your
that?
students in charge of keeping people alive, generally.
Did it turn? I didn't realize it turned.
Then again, that's roughly the
They
way
gotta
grad school
learn
works. So
What could go wrong? I mean, besides the city horribly crushing down and killing everyone,
Well,
but
that
like,
part's gone. Now we're just sacrificing people.
And we don't actually have to worry.
You don't want the
about
sacrifice to come
we
back.
just have to do human sacrifices. It'll be fine.
We have a backup plan. It's killing people. It's good. It's good.
So let's see. I wore a towel on my body. Ludifex had a towel on his head. James blanket. Calico. That's a towel or is that a robe?
That's a bathrobe.
It's my robe.
Bathrobe. Okay,
Yeah.
okay. So we've got a nice bathroom themed wizard here going. I like it.
Yeah.
Are we ready to bring it home?
Yeah. Let's
Yes.
get it ended.
Much like a country road.
I think someone just had this ready to go in their closet. So
I also love it.
all right. Here's Justin.
Welcome, acolytes, to our fair town. Now, you may notice that our town is not like other towns on the ground. but it is, in fact, in the air. We used to have some trouble with some hill giants, so we just lifted the whole city up. It's fine. It's very nice up here. Now I'm going to need all of you to sign those contracts there in front of you. Just standard stuff. You might notice a part about sacrifices, but don't worry about that. We haven't had to do those in years, and it's very unlikely to come up. Now, what you're going to be doing as your first assignment, acolytes, is if you see over there in that tower at the very top, there is a spire. Now, you are going to find 2 other acolytes to complete this exercise with you, and the 3 of you are going to go up to the top of the tower into the spire, and in the spire you will find a room with a magic circle, and inside the magic circle there is an altar. Now, what you're going to want to do is take a rock feather in your left hand. That's rock, as in the giant bird, not like a rock you pick up off the ground and then carve into a feather. Don't do that. That won't work. It's going to cause problems. Next, you're going to take a dragon scale in your right hand, and you're going to go around the spell circle clockwise. It's very important to remember to go around clockwise. Yes. And while you're doing that, you're going to recite the magic poem. And the poem goes, rock feather in my hand and dragon scale in my other hand. Bring protection to these lands and... okay, I'm gonna level with you. I don't actually remember what the poem is, but you can look it up. I'm sure you can find it. It's very simple. Make sure, though, that you do this correctly, because if you don't, we're going to have to go back to the sacrifices, and nobody wants to go back to the sacrifices. It's not pleasant. It's messy and leaves lots of people emotionally scarred, and it's not good. So make sure that you follow these rules very precisely. And good luck to you, acolytes. I think that's it. Okay.
So wait,
What?
the sacrifices leave emotional scars, not people dead. Just
No, he said it's messy.
but that's not what he's concerned about. He's concerned about the emotional scars of those who have to kill.
I like this wizard outfit.
No, it's the emotional scars of the rest of the class after some of them have to be killed.
Yeah.
I mean, to be
Also,
fair, you don't have to care about the
townspeople-
emotional scars. The dead ones, they're good.
I feel like
So
this
if you're
is
emotionally scarred, you can't do the ritual. If you can't do the ritual, do more sacrifices. If you do more sacrifices, more emotional scarring. It's a circle, man.
I like
It's
that
a
in
circle
Justin's
pattern.
mind, it's fellow acolytes that get sacrificed to, not townsfolk. It's just like, oh, you signed up to be killed. That was the fine print there.
I'm
Only-
gonna.
That's what I
Only
was
not-
saying.
someone to do the ritual, right?
I thought that was how it was gonna work. Actually,
Same here.
I also like this particular wizard's outfit. It reads waterbender to me a little bit.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
where did you get this? What is this?
Well, that's a cloak from SK stuff, and the beard was a false beard that I had when I was a wizard when I was like 12. That I happened to
Really?
find when I was cleaning up my room to move, and I'm like, oh, I will set this aside because Beth had mentioned cheap wizard costume.
Wow. Timely.
And
I was
then,
trying
How
to
fortuitous.
I was trying to think, like, what piece of clothing could that have been that you transformed to that? Because it worked really well. But if it was meant to be a beard, then awesome.
I love it so much.
Yeah.
I liked this one. This one was fun.
Yeah.
Mhm.
All right.
I like playing dress up.
You guys
Don't
ready?
we all?
You guys ready to go back to the beginning? See where it all started?
Yes. Oh
sure,
yes.
let's do that.
All right.
I want to listen to the poem or the spell this time.
Right?
magic poem. I mean, what is a spell if not a magic
Fluid
poem?
effects. Don't worry. You can look it up. It's fine.
It's fine.
Right,
fine.
it's easy. Find it on Google, Wizard Google.
Make sure you do look it up, though, because otherwise we have to go back to the sacrifices, and you've already signed the contract.
I'm probably going to be the first one,
In
aren't
that
I?
office that totally exists. All right, here's Beth.
Ah, Acolyte, welcome! Congratulations on graduating from the Academy, and welcome to your first post here at Avianthal City with the conclave of the Soaring Seer. We have a very unique city here, as you know, seeing as we're floating thousands of feet above the ground. Ah, yes, a rich history we have. You see, we used to be a normal city on the ground, but a normal city constantly ravaged by hill giants. And so, the
Hate it when
great
that happens.
council convened and decided the only solution was up. Hill giants are very tall, so we had to be quite high up in the air. But I digress.
Yeah, thousands of feet.
Floating cities don't just float for free, you know. It takes a lot of magic to keep this big old boat afloat, and that's where you come
I
in.
considered talking about the relative heights of
Is
things
your
that-
responsibility as a member of the conclave. You'll be responsible for the magic that keeps our storied city afloat. Exciting, no? And all it takes is a few sacrifices a day. I'm kidding. Let's see your
We don't
office,
do
shall
that
we?
anymore.
At the top of the tallest spire of the city sits a spell circle, most splendid. In fact, it is the soul of the city. This is where the ritual occurs, that you and your mages must complete thrice daily to exacting detail. Now, listen closely. In the center of the circle is an altar. In the center of the altar is a Veer crystal,
Which I made
very
up.
rare. To keep the city afloat, the crystal must be continually recharged. You and your fellow mages must walk around the crystal 5 times.
Clockwise.
In your hands, you will hold
3 times, clockwise.
the scale of a dragon and the flight
Right hand.
feather
Left hand.
of a rock.
Didn't say which
While
hand.
you walk the circle, you must chant. Resting rocks in deep repose. Awaken now, your gifts bestow. Dragon scales from monstrous wings bequeath to us the gift of kings. Grant us now the gift of flights. Lift this city toward the light. And that's it. Simple, right? Anyway, thank you for your service to this city. We're so happy to have you. Oh, and don't forget, the ritual must be completed to exacting detail. Otherwise, you know, the city will plummet and everyone who lives here will fall to their doom. Well, good luck.
Now, to be fair, you could consider the entire city falling to their doom to be some kind of human sacrifice.
It's true.
Yeah,
love-
after
I
that
love
fact, it'll go right back up again.
There you go.
It's just an elevator.
Yo-yo, a yo-yo of death.
The sacrifice is actually
think
you
more of
just
a
shove
bat-
some poor guy off the side, and when he lands, the city floats back up.
Yeah,
He starts to drop, he shoves the next guy off.
I like how in the original, Beth's is like, oh, if we don't do this spell right, we're all dead. And when we get to the end of Justin's, it's like, if we don't do this spell right, we're fine. We just start murdering people.
Well, you see, we're fine because we have a plan B. It just involves some murder.
Yeah, if your city's gonna fall out of the air, you want a plan B.
I mean, you know, this went wrong in all of the ways that I could have hoped for. You always hope that it devolves into murder.
You're
you
welcome.
know?
Yeah.
Although, to be fair, Beth did say that the crystal was the soul of the city, and that sounds an awful lot like there's been some human sacrifices involved in powering it up.
Yeah.
Technically, they
that
signed the
was one of those, like,
contract.
I'm joking. I'm not joking. You guys just took it from the implied to the literal.
Yep.
Which is, yeah.
Yeah.
It's the soul of the city. It has the soul of everyone in the city carried in
See,
it.
now I'm glad I forced that joke back into the end of mine.
Yeah, that became a
Yeah.
gem that carried throughout. So
Very
A
glad you did.
Veer gem.
a Veer crystal, which I made up knowing no one would. I was hoping you would try.
Well, no, see, I heard that and was like, there's an adjective there that I can't understand what you said after I heard the otter. So I
Oh yeah.
was like,
What kind of crystal was it? It was a something crystal.
A Veer
A Veer?
crystal, which is a word I made up.
Okay.
And because I was
That
having
would-
some listening issues with it, so I didn't realize it was a word she made up and thought it was an adjective I didn't recognize.
want to get sued and say like dilithium crystal or something.
Well, now you're
Like,
gonna get
yeah,
sued.
to bleep
Thanks.
it out.
I'm pretty
I
sure
really
they're
wish,
okay.
though, that we had gotten the spell circle with an otter holding
I
a
would love that.
crystal.
And the center of the
We were so
otter.
close to an otter.
Yes.
Spell circle
That
with an
would-
otter with a diamond.
I don't
There's an
understand.
otter. And
Everything
he's
else-
holding a crystal. Now you're going to go around him, and he's just going to stand there. Don't look at him too much.
Don't make
And
eye
don't
Will
contact.
attack.
look him in the eye.
I mean, thematically, we were going for flight stuff. I don't know why there's an ocean mammal, but it's fine. It's fine.
There's an otter with a diamond. We don't know how he got it. Don't try to take it from him.
It's very possessive.
The otter just wandered into the spell circle one day and would not leave.
Neither are
and
actually part of the ritual. There's just a possessive otter chewing on a diamond in
He
the
just
middle.
won't leave.
He's the familiar of the original wizard that raised the city. And he's just enjoying the joke that the wizard set up for him.
I mean, the one that did all the murders to make a soul for the city?
Yeah.
Seeing what the different stupid kids do when they come in to do the ritual.
Also, I will say I am sorry for removing the one name you had in this whole thing, the name of the city.
Yeah.
I couldn't.
Didn't even try.
I missed it. I missed it at the beginning, and then by the time I got to the end, I was like, oh yeah. I mean, I forgot it was even a city.
Other people brought it back. You took it to Tower. Other people brought it back to City. They just never knew it had a name.
Yeah, I was like, it's just the mages, so there's not a whole city. It's just no, it's the whole city, and there's yeah.
It was a recruitment video, training orientation video.
Dude, I love this.
So
but
you
it
don't.
was-
So you want to not doom everyone? All right.
I defy any of you to do better than what I did.
no, I would completely mess it up. Definitely.
That was hard mode, and I loved
Oh
it.
yeah, no, he came
Yeah.
into recording and just straight up sweared at me off the. Yeah. Well,
True that.
We do that
I
sometimes.
hope you all enjoyed that. I felt very inspired when I wrote that one, so.
Good, yes, I like
yeah,
that.
Yeah.
It was a lot of fun.
I hope we keep up the costumes because I want a trash bag beard.
I'll do the
Well,
best
you
I
wanna-
can with what I have.
You
If you
already
want a
have a
trashy
beard.
costume, we can do a trashy costume.
Not
You
like
already
that.
have the beard, though.
It's true. It's true.
Mine was much fluffier.
You just have to eat 10% of it every time you wear it. It's fine. It's good.
All right.
Yeah.
It was so wispy.
It's delightful. It's just not well made.
Oh.
You want to sign us off?
All right. Yeah. Well, thank you guys for joining us. This is Beth and Chris.
Farewell.
We Calico.
Goodbye.
James.
Ta-ta for now.
Justin.
Good night.
And
Don't make
Ludifex.
us bring back the sacrifices.
Yeah.
Thank you for letting us entertain you.
Presumptuous.
With luck.
Bye. Goodbye.
Bye now. Bye. Bye.
Shazam.
Float. Floating above our heads. Float. Yes, I said that word again. Floating. Yes. Oh, I keep saying that. I gotta stop.